Jean yo em nan, zam dangereux. Jean y'a gardé nan, gon zam dangereux. Jean yo em nan, on zam dangereux. Jean y'a gardé nan, gon zam dangereux. Ka vous pas manger mon eau. Cimetière pas manger mon eau. Jean yo em nan, on zam dangereux.
A dash of cayenne to the root. Gonna put on my grease suit. Boil a gumbo, hot and steady. Don't care if ready. Gonna pray at that old cemetery. Down on Claiborne where she's buried. Build a fire on the bayou. When a black cat scratch at 2. Under a full moon that's blue. Chant the magic words, Kufaru. A dash of cayenne to the root. Gonna put on my grease suit. Black top hat, black suit too. Same old ride that Moses threw. I'm gonna get them bones out the graveyard for you. Can't see my eyes, black shades too. A dash of cayenne to the roof. Gonna put on my grease suit. Yeah. Black top hat, black suit too. Same old ride that Moses threw. I'm gonna get them bones out the graveyard for you. Can't see my eyes, black shades too. Going pray at the old cemetery. Down on Claiborne where she's buried. A dash of cayenne to the root. Gonna put on my grease suit. Yeah. Black top hat, black suit too. Same old ride that Moses threw. I'm gonna get them bones out the graveyard for you. Can't see my eyes, black shades too. Gonna pray at that old cemetery. Down on Claiborne where she's buried. A dash of cayenne to the root. Gonna put on my grease suit.
Honor and respect, honor and respect, honor and respect. Divine all blessed greetings and salutations. It is another edition of Revolutionary Hoodoo New Orleans Voodoo Secrets and Recipes. Powered, produced, promoted, sponsored, and supported by NOIVD, New Orleans International Voodoo Day. Become a part of something extraordinary. New Orleans International Voodoo Day is not just an event, it's a movement that celebrates culture, fosters education, and connects people from around the globe. By sponsoring this event, you're supporting a tax deductible cause that preserves heritage, uplifts art and education, and fosters healing within the community and beyond. Your sponsorship goes beyond promoting your business. It demonstrates your commitment to cultural preservation and education while supporting a unique event that brings international recognition to New Orleans. Events like symposiums, art exhibitions, sacred processions, global speakers offer unparalleled opportunities to honor history and inspire a brighter future. And of course, our very special Afro ecology exhibit. So, supporting an event like this means empowering a community, enriching cultural understanding, and making a meaningful impact on the. It connects your brand to a celebration that values unity, diversity, and progress, while helping preserve traditions for generations to come. Join us in creating a legacy. Explore our sponsorship tiers and help us make New Orleans International Voodoo Day an unforgettable celebration. Together, we can uplift the community and inspire the world. And again, we invite your participation, volunteership, support, donations, sponsorship to our third annual International New Orleans Voodoo Day. Please do visit us at www.voodooday.org, www.vodouday.org for more information and continuing and coming updates about this and other powerful events. And we're certainly grateful for your continued support and participation in the live chat and in our 9 p.m. U.S. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday night podcast here on a social media platform near you, utilizing our StreamYard QR code at the top right portion of your screen as well. Greetings and salutations, Daniel Neal, a faithful member of our community. We certainly appreciate your continued support and participation. And I will be unmuting my beloved co-host and panelist momentarily. My wild man, Black Hawk Voodoo, armor bearer and first priest, Brother Joshua Nylan Tanner, initiated member of La Source and committee member of NOIVD. Elder Reggie Greensoap, leader and founder of Shriners of White Cloth, leader and co-administrator of NOIVD. Our Queen Mother, Sister Toni Martinez, community activist, community mother, agitator, shaker up, get us moving in the right direction. And my second godson, Tyson Horn, also a committed, initiated member of The Source and our executive producer for the coming docu-series, Respect the Voodoo. Thank you for your continued dedication, vocation, and support. I will be unmuting you all momentarily. As I introduced last night, we're going to be talking tonight, following up our discussion on Juju. Tonight, we're going to talk about our journey of Grigri in New Orleans. My beloved brothers and sisters, seekers and keepers of the tradition. Tonight, I invite you to walk with me through the winding corridors of history, spirit, and survival. We will journey into the world of Grigri. A word tonight I invite you to walk with me through the winding corridors of history, spirit, and survival. We will journey into the world of Grigri, a word whispered with reverence, sometimes with fear, but always with recognition of its power. For 45 minutes, let us discuss Grigri in New Orleans. Grigri begins not in Louisiana, but in the ancient lands of West Africa among the Mende peoples. The word gree means magic, a charm, a talisman. These were small pouches, often inscribed with sacred verses, filled with herbs, stones, or personal items, and they were worn close to the body, believed to protect against evil, misfortune, and illness. In Muslim communities of West Africa, gree often contain Quranic verses written on paper and folded into cloth bags. Among Voodoo practitioners in Benin and Yoruba traditions in Nigeria, gree carried the essence of ancestral spirits, herbs, and ritual prayers. When the transatlantic slave trade tore millions from their homelands, they carried with them not only their bodies, but their traditions. Gree crossed the ocean as a spiritual lifeline, a way to preserve identity, resist oppression, and call upon divine forces in a strange and hostile land. In Louisiana, gree took root in fertile cultural blending. Here, African traditions met French Catholicism, Native American herbal knowledge, and Caribbean influences. Gree became part of Louisiana voodoo, a living tradition that adapted to the needs of enslaved and free people of color. A gree bag in New Orleans might contain herbs and roots like High John the Conqueror root used for strength and luck, minerals like lodestones to attract prosperity, animal parts such as rabbit's feet or feathers, invoking swiftness or protection, and personal items like hair, nails, scraps of clothing, binding the charm to its owner. The bag was not mere superstition. It was consecrated through ritual, prayers, chants, smoke, and offerings. It became a living vessel of intention. And in New Orleans, gree was not hidden. It was sold in markets, whispered about in alleyways, and invoked in both healing and hexing. By the 19th century, gree was so widespread that shops openly sold voodoo wares. Now, no story of gree in New Orleans can be told without Madame Marie Laveau, the legendary queen, mother, voodoo queen, born in the early 1800s. She became renowned for her mastery of gree. Clients from every walk of life, enslaved Africans, free Creoles, wealthy white citizens, sought her charms. Marie Laveau's gree bags were said to bring love, protection, reverence, or prosperity, and she consecrated them with ritual power, blending African chants with Catholic prayers. Her reputation made gree not only a spiritual tool, but a political one. Through gree, she wielded influence, mediated disputes, and commanded respect across racial and social boundaries. Her legacy ensured that gree was not dismissed as mere superstition. It was recognized as a force, sometimes feared, sometimes revered, but always respected. As New Orleans modernized, gree evolved. And in the late 19th and early 20th century, gree was sometimes demonized as black magic by outsiders. Yet within the community, it remained a tool of healing, empowerment, and resistance. Gree was used for love and attraction, to draw a partner or rekindle passion, for protection against illness, violence, or spiritual attack, for prosperity, to secure work, wealth, or success, and certainly injustice and revenge, to turn back harm upon an enemy. In popular culture, gree appeared in blues songs, some of them sung by the brother Joshua Nalantana, literature, and later in jazz and funk. Dr. John, the musician, famously invoked gree in his stage persona, linking the tradition to the rhythm of New Orleans music. Yet misconceptions persisted, and some saw gree only as hexes or curses, And in truth, Grigri is neutral. It is intention that shapes the power. A Grigri bag can heal as easily as it can harm. Today, Grigri remains alive in New Orleans. Practitioners of Voodoo and Hoodoo still craft Grigri bags, consecrating them with prayer and ritual. They are sold in shops, carried in pockets, and placed on altars. But I've always taught that the strongest and best Grigris are individual and unique. They are not mass produced, they are not pre-prepared, and they often involve divination. Grigri is also celebrated in festivals, art, and scholarship. It is recognized as part of New Orleans' cultural identity, a living link to Africa, a testament to resilience. To hold a Grigri bag today is to hold history, legacy, and tradition. The survival of a people, the blending of traditions, the persistence of spirit. It is a reminder that culture is not static. It evolves, adapts, and continues to empower. Grigri is more than a pouch of herbs and stones. It is a story of migration, adaptation, and resistance. It is the whisper of the ancestors carried across the oceans. It is the heartbeat of New Orleans, where African, indigenous, native, and European traditions fused into something unique. So as I unmute my beloved co-hosts and panelists, so please hear the words Grigri and remember, it's not superstition, it is survival. I'm sure that those of us here on the panel certainly probably all carry some form of Grigri, and many of you in the listening audience may as well. It is survival, it is culture, it is power, and it continues to live as long as we honor it, speak of it, and carry it forward. So please do unmute and come on in. Brother Initiate Tyson Horn, Queen Mother Toni Martinez, Elder Reggie Greencoat, and Initiate Justice Tanner. Please do come on in. All is truly a blessing. What say you?
Good evening,
Hello.
everybody.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to chime in right away, Mama, but I was just saying hello.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good
Hope
evening.
you're having a nice night. I made Grigri bags for people for a long time. I sold a lot of them. I crocheted mine. And some people would ask for a certain color, and some people would just buy the ones I had, and they would bring it to their own practitioner, do whatever they wanted. I just made the bags. And then a lot of people bought the bags to put herbs in and wear it around their neck. So it wouldn't be in their pockets. But I think a lot of people today, a lot of the younger people first got their first look at a Grigri bag on the movie Sinners. When the sister asked him, did he still have the bag she had made for him when he left? And he said, yeah. And she asked for it back. She refreshed it. But that bag had kept him and his twin brother safe through a war and a whole lot of shenanigans with the mob in Chicago. And when you see her give it back to him, it protects him throughout the movie because his brother couldn't bite him on the neck because the Grigri bag stopped him. But at the end, the brother was tired. His love of his life was gone. His twin brother was gone. He was facing a clan, and he was walking through them, not getting hit until he snatched off that Grigri bag. And when he snatched off that Grigri bag and threw it on the ground, he got his first bullet. But he knew what the Grigri bag was, and he wanted that to happen. So a lot of people who saw that movie became interested in the Grigri bags. Currently, I don't carry one. I used to. when I was much younger, but I don't now. What about you, Brother Horn? You have a Greek bag.
Yes, it's I keep one, and actually my most current Gregory bag, I actually got that one from Elder Reggie over at the Shrine of the White Cloth, where I got a new one and refreshed it, and I carry that with me, and it's one of those things where even though you may not truly understand the protection that comes with it, there is like this overall sense of like I'm safe, or I at least I have some armor. You don't feel naked, when you don't have it. Um, and but you spoke on something where you don't currently have one that you carry now, and so I just want to know for the elders to speak on just the importance of the intentions behind it, as far as like if you don't have it, do you feel like, okay, wait a minute, something's going to happen to me because I don't have it on today, or I didn't have it with me today, or being beholden to it, to the nature of like, like almost like when I, leave the house without my pistol, what I'm trying to say is sometimes I go, wait a minute, I don't have a pistol on me. And, so can you speak on that to some degree?
Yes,
Martinez?
Brother Horn. Good night,
Yes.
everyone. Divine Prince, excellent topic. Sister Toni, Brother Horn, and the rest of the panel. But anyway, I'll speak on Gregory. You'll see me moving around a lot with powders, different powders. I'll use baby powder. We know baby powder basically made from cornstarch that's pounded down, but corn itself is sacred to the Native American, lineage, and it has serious energy. And they used to offer corn to spirits.
Yeah.
And so when you see the powder being moved around like that, I am still tapping into that energy of the corn itself. But also the baby powders come with a perfume. Spirits, once they start smelling perfume, they feel more of a friendship. It's like almost an offering. And they will fight negative energy for you. Make no bones about it, brothers and sisters. We live in a spiritual world, and there's spiritual warfare going on all the time. Even though we move about our daily, there are spirits, there's thousands of them that's trying to steal your soul, steal your life force, steal whatever they can from you. And having greed and small things of this nature puts the mind, even if it's from a placebo perspective, at ease. But it is also generating energy to ward off negativity and to prevent abundance. To allow abundance to continue within your life. So one of the gree bags, similar to what Brother Horn talked about, that I gave them, it do come in a pouch. And I go to a Native American shop that does pouches, things, because I love their pouches. Their pouches are made from real animal hide, and they are beautiful. And then as they get older, they mend together, and it's almost impenetrable to get within. And so I use those as the base of the gree bag. But once the bag is formulated, you add what you want in, as long as you set in the right intention with the herbs, the rocks, the screws, whatever you're using. Let your intentions be for the right. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Well,
Yes.
I traded in my gree bag for amulets. I have my protective amulets. I have some Adinkra Jinamis that I wear, earrings and matching necklace, and I feel totally naked if I go outside without those on. That's my power. That's my protection. That's my armor.
Yeah, but Sister Toni,
mm-hmm.
not to cut you off, Sister Toni. Even wearing those, you still have you have to renew them. You have to feed them. You follow what I'm saying? If you're wearing a necklace,
Yeah.
I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, I clean them. When I clean them, they gold because that's my metal. I clean them with, I let them soak actually in Florida water, and then I put them on the table I have in my backyard because nobody not gonna go back there in the full moonlight, and just let them stay on that table, and that's how I recharge them. And of course, I say what I'm gonna say over them before I put them back in. I hold them in my hand and cup my hands like and whisper my salutations to my talisman.
Yeah.
So
But Sister Toni, what I'm trying to say, I understand cleaning them. If it's gonna be a gree-gree, if you're gonna use it as a gree-gree, you got to feed it. Even if you're feeding it powder, even if you're feeding it crushed coffee grinds, it even that's the key to juju, not to juju, let's just say a gree-gree bag. At some point, you gotta feed it. Am I making sense?
yes, I understand that, but I don't use them as a gree. I use them as a talisman. I look like
No, okay. I rest with that. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
I'm going to add something to you guys. This conversation about Gregory's. Actually hope you guys having a good evening. And
Yeah.
I ran across a quote from a guy named Richard Jobson from the year 1623. This guy was an English, and it looks like he was an English tradesman, and probably was on ships. He was employed by a couple of what am I looking for now? Where did it go? He was an English explorer an agent for the Guyana company. So he did voyages from West Africa to America, trading whatever he was trading during that time. But he had a quote about the Gregory bags that I saw in the book that I've been studying. Um, it goes, the Gregories be things of great esteem amongst them. For the most part, they are made of leather or several fashions, wondrous neatly. They are hollow, and within them is placed and sewed up close. Certain writings or spells which they receive from their merry bucks, which I'm not sure what he's referring to there, but whereof they conceive such a religious respect that they do confidently believe no hurt can betide them whilst these Gregories are about them. And that's what he had to say about the Gregories back in in the 1600s of that, and he was aware of that. This tradesman, this employer or explorer, English explorer, this is what he conceived of the Gregory bags during that period of time. And I know I still utilize Gregory's myself. I have several that I have. Some of them I don't keep on me all the time. Some of them are in the temple, and some I've had for years since I started as in voodoo, close to 10 years ago. And yeah, I have several ones, and I don't have one like I haven't. How can I say this? I've created a few that I keep on me that are dear to me, that I keep certain spiritual items in for cleansing and for ritual purposes to protect those things specifically. Um, Nothing really for myself, but you know what I do in terms of that is other things like spiritual baths and other protections. But the Gregory bags I have right now is just to really protect my spiritual items I utilize to help in the community, to service the community. So
We have a lot of natural, like animal parts, snake skin, coyote, animal horns, and other, organic materials as well.
yeah, antlers.
Brother Joshua, I just think about you, being the fact that you play in the quarters often, and there's so much energies that's going up and down them streets and them quarters, and
Yeah.
and you got to have some type of protection on you to some degree there, in my opinion, because it's like if you leave the quarters and you go back home, it's almost you could like feel this energy is on you. So it's like you have to protect yourself in certain scenarios. So ever like am around public places, or I know I'm gonna be around a lot of people, that's when I'm always looking for, like, gotta have my stuff. Brother Tal has, instructed me on wearing certain crystals that protect me as well. But particularly about the gree bag itself, it's like that's when I'm even more aware of the presence of it being the fact of my presence among other people and being around their energies. What do y'all think about that?
Well, I find that, gree, crystals, charms, amulets often tend to operate at a higher frequency when people don't know you have them. And I often suggest people, carry, conceal, wrap, tuck, their gree-grees, and then journal and take notes of things that happen throughout the day, certain signs, symbolism, responses from nature. I suggested there's a form of divination that I teach that involves a bird and numbers of birds that might appear and the directions in which they move in. So, they're not sort of the spirit practice that is often out in the open or shouted, about. Certainly people, as Sister Toni suggested, carry gree, to the casino to gamble. But I don't think they necessarily talk about it a lot or out in the open, unless that's just, their thing. I'm often loaded with tricks, gree, juju, in my pocket, in my bags, underneath my clothes, scattered around the house.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't leave any stone unturned.
You are liable to pull out a 16-inch crystal out your bag and go to doing battle in the street. Yeah. But I just use juju. I don't use the gree bag. I don't know when I stopped or why I stopped, but I stopped. And moved on to the earrings and the amulet around my neck. And I've been doing that, having those for years. And I used to work in the French Quarter. When I worked in the French Quarter, you literally can feel the energy in the French Quarter, all that negative energy. Divine Prince used to come with me and stand with me at one of my jobs at the Royal Sinister, and we just watched the people in the street, and you could feel the energy. I mean, it's too much energy. It's too much. And you definitely have to shake that off before you go home.
You can, I like to just chime in before we close out on the gree bag. And Divine Prince brought it out clearly. On a lot of the juju bags or the gree bags or what have you, some of them do come from a divination. Yeah. But they are always, I'm just saying it and I'm being sincere, they have to be fed. Because when you creating one, you are in alignment or in agreement with the energy. All those properties you look at, they're just properties. When you ask a spirit to work through that property to do a particular service, it asking for a reciprocity. Like I say, even a sprinkle of powder, a blow of alcohol, or cigarette puff, just something to let the spirit know that you in remembrance of what it is doing. And if we're gonna use gree or juju bag, this particular act is a must.
Yeah, some people even use holy water or blessed oil.
Blessed oil.
That's correct. Yes. Yes. Mhm.
Well, our show is coming to a close. And I want to turn it over to Divine Prince so he can acknowledge all our viewers and listeners on other platforms. I've enjoyed tonight's show. Take it away, Brother Tide. After that, Elder Reggie close out with the announcements.
We are certainly thankful and appreciative of those who continue to listen and show up on the various pages, groups, profiles. We can be found in Facebook, certainly in LinkedIn, my YouTube channel, Twitter, X, and certainly we're particularly thankful for our Instagram listeners. Bronx 1970, thank you for coming through. Youth Boss, thank you for coming through. Lucky Gator Fragrances, we certainly appreciate you. Big Chief Strongbow, we certainly appreciate you. Love my news. Stacy Benbows, greetings to you and yours. Esabar Yazin, we thank you for coming through. Bobbitt Tsunami, thank you for coming through. Zuki Baby, we certainly appreciate you. Apostle Hudson One, thank you for coming through. The Secret of the Spirit joined, and my friend Photo.com came through. Love my New Orleans. And Kennedy Uchina, thank you so much for coming through. We certainly appreciate your support and participation. And we invite you to join us again tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on a platform near you or by way of our QR code, which you can find at the top right of the screen, 9 p.m. U.S. Central Standard Time. All is a blessing.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Divine Prince. Great show, everyone, tonight. Could you, the advertisement, please? I would like to read them.
Divine Prince, can you put up the advertisements? Bigger?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. They split up on me.
Thank you. Next moon.
Okay.
Next moon ritual and prayer application ceremony will occur on the next new moon, which is Friday, December the 19th, 2025. That location is 710 Cluid Street. The time is we starting at 6:30 p.m. in the zodiac of Sagittarius. 6:30 p.m. that night. And what we do is a ritual spiritual warfare. Come as you are, bring what you have. And then our next advertisement is Saturday, the 13th of December at 6:30 p.m. We have the Gede ceremony, and it's at 3319 Rosalie Alley, New Orleans, Louisiana. And that would be in the Bywater area, for those who know the New Orleans area. And then Saturday, the 20th of December at 6:30 p.m., we have the Petrol Flaming Bath. Awesome. Magic stuff. And that location is going to be at 3319 Rosalie Alley in New Orleans, Louisiana. And that is at the Home for. And then our last one is Wednesday, the 24th of December, a bonfire on the levee in Lutcher, Louisiana. Meet us there. Lest we forget, the spiritual medicine of voodoo brings healing and relief from the shackles of slavery that binds the master and the slave to the same chain of social division. And believe me, juju bags, grigri bags, they help when we was going through slavery. They worked then and they work today. With that, I say, ashe, ashe, ashe. Good night, everyone. We love you, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Odabo.
You can see things are still very shaky. You know, somebody saying you need to follow that person behind. Don't let him go, he might disappear. It clearly shows that there isn't really control of the situation. Now, why would these people, instead of going to the presidential palace, will go to the national radio and TV station? Well, it's very simple. In many coups, when it occurs, the first place they want to take control of is usually the airport, then the TV station. Why do they need a national TV station? Because through the national TV station, when you broadcast saying, we are now in control, two major things happen. Number one, you get the soldiers that always wanted to overthrow the presidents to finally come out. Because at that point, they will have the courage knowing that we're not by ourselves. There are some people that think like us that are actually in power. Number two, you scare the people that are willing to resist. Because when they watch on TV, you saying we are now controlling the country, the president is not president anymore, the constitution is suspended, they fear for their lives because they don't know the reality. They don't need to see the reality. What you see on TV has much more impact than factual things that you see on the ground. Remember COVID, you saw all these reports on TV of people being unalive. Oh, thousands of people are unalive in this town. Did you see people unalive? Most of us didn't see no. Did you ever see somebody fall on the ground because he's choking of COVID? No, but we just heard reports from the TV. So TV is a very powerful tool in these circumstances. Those are the reasons why most school leaders want to take over TV stations first. Now, the other question is this one. Did these soldiers trying to do coup by themselves, or were they perhaps motivated by a political party? Well, we need to look into the concept of Benin. This is Benin. Benin is supposed to be a democratic country. Benin is supposed to have election on April 2026. And obviously, several candidates have submitted their application. But amongst them, some of them have been dismissed from the race. And the most prominent person that's been dismissed from the race is this man right here. His name is Thomas Boni Yayi. Who is Thomas Boni Yayi? Thomas Boni Yayi is a Beninese politician and former president from 2006 to 2016. He's now the head of the opposition party, Les Démocrates, and remains a major political figure. He was an ex-president. He still wants to run as a president, and he poses a major threat to the local government. But he was dismissed through his political party. He cannot be part of the elections. And this could be perhaps one of the main reasons why people are angry. They feel like things are manipulated. Now, the current president, this man right here, Patrice Talon, cannot run for presidency. Now, he's assigned this man, Romuald Mouadani. This is the man that he proposed to replace him. His background, obviously, is a chartered accountant. He's trained in France and in the US. He worked in private sector before joining the government as a Minister of Economy and Finance. He's a very strong candidate, and the only person that was very much capable of defeating him is this man right here, Yayi, that was pushed to the side, ineligible for elections. Now, many hours later, Alassane Seydou, Minister of Interior, made a speech that was very angry.
Dear beloved compatriots, in the very early hours of this fateful Sunday, December 7th, in the year 2025, a small, misguided group of rebellious soldiers regrettably staged a mutiny with the explicit and dangerous aim of profoundly destabilizing the legitimate state and all its vital institutions. In response to this situation, the Beninese armed forces and their leadership, faithful to their oath, have remained loyal to the Republic. Their response made it possible to keep the situation under control and to thwart the plot. Therefore, the government urges the population to go about their activities as usual. Thank you.
Now, as you can see, many questions have been asked. Who helped them defeat the push? Because, I mean, these people control already the radio. It means they control a major part of town. There was bullets flying across, so they fought against the army. But something happened. Who came on board to save Benin? Was it the French, perhaps? Well, there were unconfirmed rumors of a French aeroplane flying above Cotonou, but French diplomats denied any involvement, stating that President Talon had not sought refuge in French embassy. Now, there's also another account about Nigeria. Did Nigeria save the government in Benin? Yes, fellas. Nigeria reportedly played a decisive supporting role. There was an urgent request from the president of Benin to Tinubu. Say, please help me. I'm falling on the ground. Please help me now. And Tinubu ordered Nigeria Air Force fighter jets to enter Beninese airspace and take control of it and strike coup-held positions like the TV radio station was struck.
Please, allow me to show you something.
They say I'm crazy and that might be true. I got this white in my DNA, yeah, I'm coming for you. It's time we turn the tables, flip these motherfuckers on you. I wanna see you hanging from trees, it's time you pay for your dirt and your showtime. You created the monster, you created the beast. Now all this savagery you just gon' reap. I'm coming home, daddy, to the plantation, and I'm taking the lives of everybody, including the children, on some Nat Turner. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. I met my girl Harriet at the gate. If you wanna know how she doing, yeah, she's straight. But she had one question: when we gon' get up? All that talking tough, yeah, we don't walk it tough. She got it locked and loaded, got that piece up on her side. She looked me in my eyes and said, "Meet you ready to ride?" Moving forward, you gotta use both eyes. Watch your front and watch your back. Keep your hands up on your game. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. He sit at the table, but he don't order no bacon. He greet me in those words, assalamu alaikum. Got them glasses on his face and them waves in his head. He go by the name of Detroit Red. He looks me in my eye and says, "You only get one try. Know that your biggest opposition will come from the inside. I know you wanna love them all, but don't even try, because they'll smile up in your face while plotting your demise." Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. We are the children of the ancestors that weren't punked.